Hi, this is John in Lawrenceville. This is a review of the Winged Weeder. Like a bird's wing, the ED at the end, Winged Weeder. Looks like this, a little triangle. Now, the one I have here has an extension on it where you can make it longer or shorter by twisting the pole. Now, what is this good for? It's good for a lot. You'll see it in a moment. Now, you can go to other websites, like the website that sells these, and see demonstrations, but you already have the perfect garden. You got the nice soil. I believe you just don't have a good enough demonstration of how well this thing works. Now, there are a lot of reviews on there talking about how great it is and how they've had it for 10 years and then finally they broke it or bent it or whatever and they went and bought another one. Well, I bought this 2 years ago. What it was is I bought it first from Walmart off the internet, and it came. Well, I accidentally ordered the one with the short handle for like when you go to your perennial beds. I'm like, no problem. I still want to get it because of the reviews I've seen. And then I ordered again. This time I made sure I got the right one. This long one here. Well, that was 2 years ago. Last year I didn't use these because I was basically lazy and not used to gardening yet. But I was building up on my garden. I had stuff going on, learning this, learning that. But anyway, this year I'm doing it. It's March 25th, 2014. It's cold out here. It's like 35 degrees. It's so cold I got these gloves on. It has this rubber grip on here so I can hold this pole without my hands freezing. That's how cold it is. But last year in the fall, I learned about biochar. Basically, you burn wood, and when wood burns, I call the stages of wood burning 3 stages. You got the wood turns black. That's the first stage. I call it a light black. Let's call it a small black because it's not light or dark or anything. Call it a small black. Where when it turns black while it's burning, if you hit it with a metal pole like I did, my gas pipe that I had laying around, it was cut off from the original. Anyway, when you hit it, it doesn't break apart or anything because it hasn't burned enough all the way through yet. Well, when it gets to stage 2, which I call big black, when you hit it with the pole while it's still burning and it's black, it breaks apart in small pieces. And stage 3 is when it starts turning into ash, and stage 4 is when it's nothing but ash, and you got what you call burning embers and stuff. Well, I want it on stage 2. So what I do is I watch it while it's burning. When it starts to turn to ash, I start hitting it with my pipe to see if it'll break apart. And if it doesn't, I let it burn for a little bit longer. And when it breaks apart easily from hitting it with a stick, I immediately drop it down the hole in my grill down to the bucket of water so I get the most biochar for the buck, the wood burning. Anyway, I put that biochar on my garden beds last fall. Anyway, these beds 2 years ago, I had potato dirt put in here. I didn't say getting potato dirt. I said I wanted dirt. They brought it. It was potato dirt. Because the next year I have potatoes growing. Small ones, ugly ones, stinky ones, whatever. Anyway, so I put this biochar in here last fall, and I had just accidentally left my tomato plants in the potting mix. They were 10 days old. I grew them in the house. I thought it's nice and sunny out. I'll put this on my truck where it's in the sunlight, and I can let them get sun all day because I was putting in a new storm door. And 3 or 4 hours later, I was still messing around with it because I was just being lazy. Anyway, I need to go to Walmart. Went there, came back, and I started going in the house. I'm like, oh, man, wait a minute. I left the tomato plants on the truck. I'm like, oh. So anyway, the reason why I told you that is because I have a lot of experience with potting mix now. Oh man, do I have experience with potting mix? Whew. I got like 7 trays in my house right now that are full of potting mix and seeds and plants and stuff. And I got 15 more of them that don't have any potting mix in them yet because I haven't had time to do it yet. So I know about potting mix. My dirt right now, when I'm using this thing to get all the weeds and grass out, it's like potting mix. Loose, airy, and the top part of it looks like it has a little ash on there, like it came from the wood that the biochar I put on there. But it's like, wow, my plants are going to grow very easily in this. It's nice. But it's still winter. I mean, it's cold out. It gets warm in some days and cold in the next. So anyway, I told myself to come out here and do one bed a day, so that way I get stuff done and I don't have to, hurry all the time. I want to do this review on this weed weeder. Now, what do you do with this thing? It skims the top surface of the soil. The reason why it does that, why you want that, is so that the seeds that are in your soil that you don't know don't know about, the ones, there's like millions or thousands of them in there, grass seeds, weed seeds, seeds of the plants you had from your summer garden, they're in there. They get exposed to sunlight. You're going to have weeds growing, grasses growing, but when this thing skins the top surface, it has a cutting blade here, and here, here. It has this cutting blade, and it'll cut the weeds that are growing now, the grasses that are in there now. It'll cut them down, it'll yank them out. Because my soil is like potting mix right now, when I use this, it very easily gets these grasses out of the soil. I'm going to show you the grasses and the weeds. Basically, it's grasses right now, grass. It's in my garden beds. It wasn't there last year. It grew during the fall, I guess. I don't know. I didn't come out here and pay attention to it because I knew I was going to have to do it anyway. So I already tried it on one bed already. Did everything I needed to do. I got half this bed. I'm like, I could do a video on this weed weeder. This thing is awesome. Now there's another one called a stirrup hoe. Basically, it's like half a circle of metal on this, and you like scoop into the dirt a little bit with it. But I do not believe, because I never used it. I got 3 or 4 of them in there. I got for like $2 at an auction. I am going to use them sooner or later to see how well they work. Anyway, the stirrup hoe, if the weeds are there, 1 here, 2 there, whatever, you can get it easy at the stirrup hoe. But I do not believe the stirrup hoe will be able to yank out these grasses like this thing does. So anyway, I strongly recommend you get a winged weeder. If I remember to, I'll write down the name of it in the comment section, on the description thing. Winged weeder. I'm trying to get it close. This thing is awesome. I love it. So basically, whenever I slide it in here and I get into some dirt, I'll have grasses or weeds right here. I'll bring this blade in and I'll like that. When I pull back this way, it's easier to get them to yank out. If I go this way, I'll be cutting the weeds or grass. But when I go this way, I'll cut the weeds and grass. If I go this way, this corner right here, I can yank it out. And when I get it onto the side of the bed on the inside, and the grasses and weeds are right here, and here's the side of the bed, the wooden bed, when I dig it against the wood, it really acts like I'm giving it a shade, It's really great. Anyway, you're about to see the grasses now. Let's see, gotta turn the camera around a little bit. Man, winter. Let's see, I'll drop my glove down there. You can see it on my lens. There we go. I'll zoom a little bit. Is that my glove? I got the sun in my eyes. I'm sorry, everybody. Right there's my glove. Okay. All right. What I'm going to do is start over on the soil side, and I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Yeah, you can pretty much see it. You can see where my limitations are here. Right there. Right. Okay. So here we go. Now, this is kind of a little bit like work because I got so much grass here to get out. But if it comes out real easy, it's less work because you ain't got to do nothing but dig down and pull up these clumps of grass and weeds and throw them in your aisleways or in your compost pile. Now, why am I saying, you got to pick them up? Well, if any of these things act like tomato plants, they can regrow back in the dirt. I don't know if they will or not. I ain't taking a chance. So I'm throwing them in my aisleway. Some of these are pepper plants and tomato plants I had in here from last year. I didn't pull them out. I wanted their roots to aerate the soil better. That just left me in until now. Now imagine you trying to do this by hand, getting these grasses out of here. Remember all the work you've done in the past? It's going to be a lot less work now. Remember, I don't know if you have to do this or not, but I'm not taking a chance. I don't have to do this over again. If you can see that. Yeah, I'll get the zoom off. There we go. I don't know how many minutes have gone by, maybe 1 or 2. You can probably tell on your computer. But, imagine trying to get all that out by hand. So anyway, here's a corner here. I don't know if you can tell, this is all grasses, you know. So probably some weeds in there too, but so much grass in there, I can't see the weeds. Oops. See, there's a plant here left. Now, I've cut across it so much that I'll come down here and pull it up. Because it's acting like a blanket on top of my winged weeder. It just didn't want to lift out. Ugh. Wow. I'm losing a couple inches on my bed because of grass. Once it's out, you see the soil's 2 inches or so down. This thing's awesome. I love it. I don't love the fact I got to weed again, but it's all part of gardening, I guess. Now, I do strongly recommend using biochar. Look it up. It's easy to make. I got off of work, probably 2 hours ago. Had a long day. And now I'm out of here doing this. I love doing this, but I'm getting older, so I notice the pains in my body more. There we go. Wow. Big old weeds down there. It actually ain't that much work. It's just, I'm tired from working all day. Remember what I said, I'm going to do one bed every day. Sure will help keep the weeds out. At most I got, 7 to 9 days to try to root in and grow. Then I'll come along with a winged weeder on that day that bed is due to get cut down and weed it with this thing. What I really like is that it's got a small head on there, so you can go in between the plants very easily to get any weeds that are trying to grow next to them. Now, I have not had to sharpen this thing. I have not heard of anyone having to sharpen these things, sharpen the blades. I think I've seen one review where they said they kept hitting rocks, so they thought they needed to sharpen the blade just to take care of whatever damage they did to it and stop hitting those rocks. There we go. Let me get over here now. See, can you see it? Yeah. For a minute there, I thought the camera stopped. Winged weeder, you'll love it. Because once you get your bed or whatever it is you got weeded, put out here daily, getting rid of the little guys that are trying to grow, the big guys, little weeds grow the big weeds. Come out once a day. You don't even have to pick them up, because you can just rake them, like I'm doing now with this winged weeder. Just go over them. So, hold on. Go over them like this, and they'll come down, and then you can just leave them, and then next week, if they regrew themselves in there, you'll recognize it, and you're like, okay, I gotta throw him out, put him in the compost pile, burn him, whatever. There you go. Look how rich my soil looks, and it's because the biochar, I believe. I didn't give you all the information about this soil. After I got the soil put in here, the next year, which was last year, actually, the year before last in the fall, I dumped 7 bags of composted manure on these beds that I bought from Lowe's. 7 bags, raked them evenly over. So last year, my strawberries grew like crazy, but they didn't produce very much because I forgot to thin them out. And everything else did alright because I didn't water them. I'm going to see how well the plants would do without watering them. At first I watered them, but then I called it quits. Like I said, I'm not used to gardening yet, but I'm trying to because I love it. Anyway, so I have the compost on there. So last year in the fall, I put the biochar on here. So this year, I have really great soil. Awesome soil. I mean, it's really great. Let's see now. No more zoom. Where's my grasses? The head is. Oops. There we go. Actually, I'll try lowering. Yeah, I think you guys have seen enough, but I'm gonna do the grasses right here. I'll let you guys keep on watching if you want. Anyway, I think this winged weeder, this one here, don't quote me, I think it cost me about 20 bucks off of Amazon. No, Walmart. Amazon does have it, but Walmart would deliver it to the store, and the store is only half a mile or even less away from me. So I thought, you know, I'll go to Walmart almost every other day, you know, every 3 days or so, so why not just get it there? Basically the same price. Wow. I found me a rusty nail. Dang. That here. There. You see that? See, I'm going through all this stuff real easily. Some of it I'm cutting down and going over it, leaving it. A lot of it I'm picking it up, throwing it in the walkway. Imagine doing this by hand. How many times have you done this by hand? Jeez. This is coming up because I just cut it with my winged weeder. Oh, I didn't get that spot. This spot's so covered with dirt. I didn't know the grasses were there. I expect to have weeds and grasses growing again through here. But now it's bad because those will be the seeds growing. I'll cut them down as they grow. Some of these plants are really determined to stay, but I got them. Oh. Now I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see over here. Let's see, there's my tool. Now, even though I really can't see it that well, the weeds, grasses, because of all the dirt covering it up. I can feel it when I'm going across my winged weeder. How many of you got to use a shovel? Or did have until you decided to get a winged weeder. What's really cool, what I like about it is, I believe everyone's had their experience with dandelions. Well, last year I was pulling them up, digging them up with my bulb planter. I made a video about it. Anyway, the ones that are here now, cut them down about 2 or so inches down in the soil with the blade of this thing. And when they regrow, I'll do it again, but I'm leaving the leaves on the soil so they can decompose and add nitrogen back to the soil, and the carbon matter too, of course. But so to me, I'm like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm adding nutrients back to the soil by letting the leaves compost back in there, and the roots of the dandelion penetrating the hard soil, aerating it. Anything that looks like a big old clump of glass that I can lift out, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to see what you guys can see. See me cutting over here? Yep. Look how easily it gets into these places. It easily acts like a spear. You can push into the soil and aim at certain grasses, weeds on here, and it's easier to do what you're trying to do. Look at that, right on the edge of the garden bed. I'm getting these weeds and grasses right up. Man, I couldn't get these up last year because when I tried, I didn't even think about using my winged weeder because I'm not used to having it. Man, that's a tough one. Gotta get out. Feel it right there. I got it up. seen all that. Now here's one more thing you can do with it. I don't know if I'll be doing it justice showing it to you like this. Okay, let's say this is all flat, okay? Hold on, I gotta find the right spot where this camera's looking. Let's see. So, right. I'm gonna level this out a little. Okay. Let's say this is all flat, and you're ready to throw seeds down, but you need a furrow, you need a little trench. Well, you turn the blade upside down like this, pull it back, make a nice little trench. See, put your little seed in there. And then you can go over to the side here and pull the dirt back over it. Or if you wanted to, you can make another row next to that one, pull the dirt back, put seeds in there, and then cover it back up. Got a pile of grass. Okay. Say goodbye. I'm going to try to show you the tool once more. Doggone it. Hold on a second. There we go. Up. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. No camera, no! Doggone it. Sorry folks. That worked. Tighten that. There we go. Okay, the winged weeder. This handle and everything is probably about 5 foot, 5 inches, fully extended. Just twist it to unscrew it. There you go. And there we go. It's got the name on here. I'm going to show it to you. Tighten it up. Here's the blade again. It's very nice. And here's the name of it. Winged weeder. It's a really great tool. I recommend it highly. Once you've used it and cleared everything out, you will love it when you go back out every day, every other day, or whenever it is you go back out there to check for weeds or anything you don't want growing. And if you're going to sit down by the bed and do it, you got the short-handled thing and just go across it. And if you're standing up to do it, just unscrew it a little bit, extend it, tighten it up. You're ready to go. The winged weeder. I love this thing. I love doing reviews on good tools, you know. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. I've done 2 beds, and I've got 6 more to go because I cannot do my asparagus bed with this thing. Actually, probably 5 beds because I don't want to do my strawberry bed with this either. Everything else is going to be easy too because I know how to cut the grasses and weeds with this. The winged weeder, you got to get one. You're going to love it. Make sure you do write down your review for it when you if you buy it from Amazon. That is so great from Amazon. If you go to Amazon.com and you see something on TV, like those little magnifying glasses you wear to check out sporting events or whatever. I looked those up on Amazon.com as soon as I seen the commercial. People have already bought it and complained about them because they're always fuzzy. They don't do like they say on the TV, on the commercial. I'm like, save me some money. Well, now, if you check out the comments about the winged weeder, you're going to love it. And make sure you do your own too. John in Lawrenceville. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was long, but I love doing the videos. Please subscribe. If you like my video, if it helps you out at all, please subscribe and have your friends subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500,000 viewers, subscribers. That's what I'm trying to get to, subscribers. 500,000. Just to go for a go. All right. If you have, please make a comment or a suggestion, and whether it's good or bad. Because if it's bad, I can delete it, and if it's good, I can respond to it. Thank you.